Figure 4 Radio.
Hey everybody, welcome to Figure 4 Radio. It's the Mastermind Ollie Spring, and today I'm joined by the Hitset and by the Tycoon triple threat action.
Stop right there.
What? Oh, here we go.
It's not the Tycoon, it's the Tycoon.
So we're going full on in character for this one. No chill on Andy today.
What's the matter with you? Do you not recognise?
We're just chilling having a chat, man. Calm down.
Listen, we may be based in a school here today,
Okay.
so I don't have to actually tell you to go back to school because we're actually in a school.
We're in a school. Is he like this all the time? Is this like driving up all the like?
No, when he plays his music, he's calm. When he plays all sorts of elevated music and that. He's
Listen.
calm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The reason why I do that is because all I'm focusing on is making sure I win.
Okay.
And that's why I've got the best tag team in the UK at the moment. I've got them right here. It is the one, the only, the Hitset.
So that's
Cheers, bro. You already introduced us to
yeah.
I don't care. He done a bad job with it.
We're just chilling, man.
Calm down, bro. Let's
Yeah.
It's Sunday.
Calm down.
Relax.
Day of rest.
How are we guys? Are we alright?
Hey, he keeps us entertained all the time. We're good, man. We're good. Thank you for having us.
That's right. So I always go. I kind of want to restart. I'm a bit blown away.
What's the matter with you? Why do you want to restart for it? Just keep going. This is us.
We're chill. Jeez.
Feel free to do whatever you want. That's you want to restart? Go for it.
So you guys on the show last night? Are you fresh faced today?
We were on the same show as Shoulders Actions yesterday for BCW.
Cool. How was that?
That was fun. You know, can't complain. Lost my internet championship, but.
British Counties.
British Counties.
Oh.
That's how much Crocs cares about the championship that he was holding.
I just care about providing entertainment for the fans. You know, I had a baby faced everyone there.
Civilized citizen.
Exactly, civilized citizen. But yeah, no, it was fun. It was can't really complain.
How was your night?
I had a match against Theodore Powers, an old foe of mine.
Okay.
I wrestled 17 million times.
Yeah, I've seen this in a promo somewhere, I think, or a Facebook
Yeah, we
post.
wrestled a few times, wrestled him again. I got bored halfway through and walked out. Lost my count out.
Okay.
Didn't really care. I was there for the main event, which was a rumble for the championship. The championship that I held for the longest time in the company's history, so I wanted to win it back. I didn't, but hey, we're here today, so
It happens.
it's Sunday now. Who cares, isn't it?
Yeah.
Move on.
I always. Oh yeah. No. Were you managing last night?
They always talk about a manager.
Did you have a match? Did you have a match last night?
It's amazing.
Did you dish out an ass whooping?
Listen, do you want to calm yourself down for a second?
Okay.
Yeah? I'm talking now.
I'm chill.
The funny thing is, they always say about a manager, the really good managers, you never actually spot them, even though they're right here, sitting right next to you. So, where is it? Did you just have like your Asian vision filter on?
Sorry, what?
Asian filter on, I just filtered out.
Wow, we're there already.
If that's the case, I went for Kieran Crops, didn't he? Because he's also of the Asian
persuasion. Yeah, but you know, he's kind of urban side. You know,
listen to it. It's too early, man. It's only been about 3.5 minutes.
I apologise.
Just don't apologise to the civilized citizen Kieran Crops.
This is what long
it's
drives
me.
does to him, you see.
Yeah.
Listen,
just getting riled up.
That's it.
I'm not riled up. I'm just calm, chilled, you know.
Right, basically,
Cool.
big man. The Tycoon was on commentary last night, and that's the long and short of it. Since it was like running for about 20 minutes there. He was on commentary last night, and he would done a good job. Next subject.
No filters,
Thank
nothing.
you. Thank you.
Just a good job.
See, he does it in such a way which is full of enthusiasm, just like Ashley Dunn when I met him earlier on today. He was just like, was he on coffee?
He was on filtered coffee.
Filtered coffee.
Yeah,
all on
coffee.
Jesus Christ, what happened to him?
It's show day. He puts a lot into these shows.
Yeah. Even when he's shaking my hand, he really put a lot into that.
Yeah.
Can't reach my arm out of it.
He put it like.
So I'm going to stick to my old trope of.
I did say that. Go on.
Starting at the very beginning, like I love to hear stories about how people discovered wrestling for the first time. So not like got into the business, but literally like one day you'd never watch it on the telly or live, and all of a sudden someone has said, "Watch this, check this out." I like hearing stories of how people got into like, because I'm presuming you guys were fans before you got into the biz. You were
Pretty fun, bro.
You did, yeah, well, yeah. Like, I kind of say this all the time. And like some people are like, I don't want to be like they're ashamed to admit it, but no, like
No, never.
yeah. So what's the stories of how you guys? Should we go clockwise? Or should we just let?
If you start with these guys first,
Yeah,
because,
we'll
you know,
end on the high. Yeah. So yeah,
one way of putting it, yeah.
Alexander Roth, how did you discover wrestling? Yeah, have you got a cool story?
Not a cool story, but basically I was in school doing stuff, Stone Cold Stunners and this kind of stuff. I'm like, what are these guys doing to each other? This is quite hilarious.
Okay.
One of my friends I used to hang around with was like, come back to mine after school.
Well, hey.
I knew it. I was waiting. I was waiting. I'm not gonna lie. I was waiting. I watched this event or whatever it was, and he had the Royal Rumble 2000 on a video.
Okay.
And we watched that. I remember watching the first match,
Do you
which was
remember what
Taz
it
Kurt
was?
Angle. Of course
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
Of course I did.
Yeah,
Taz Kurt
yeah.
Angle. And obviously Taz came out and just demolished Kurt Angle. I was like,
Yeah.
this is a bit.
But he
this is nuts.
chokes him out, and he's like, it's an illegal choke, and like,
It was
yeah.
Dudley Boys and Hardys. I was like, this is mental. And then it was Triple H and Cactus Jack. And I was like, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah.
And then,
So this was your first.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
never seen it. And that's what you're-
I'd obviously seen stuff before, like stuff of Hulk Hogan or Ultimate Warrior, but I was,
Oh, okay.
I was a lot younger then.
Yeah.
But when I was of the age, or mature age, I say,
Well, hey.
mature-ish age, that I took to that. It was The Rock winning the Rumble. I was like, yeah, okay.
The Rock's
all right
on.
then.
That's what it was.
This is something I might focus on, and then I did.
Cool.
And now here I am.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with the Tycoon, but here I am nonetheless.
Kieran Carruth.
There's always a silver lining somewhere.
Yeah. Just start digging.
Mine's-
Just can't have a smooth ride.
Mine's it's weird. Like I think
Weird is good. Weird
People
is good.
say like, how do you remember when you're 3? But I remember it was around the time during ITV in the afternoon. I remember it would be like, if you lot 90s kids, you understand, was I think it was like, I don't know any order, it was basically like Thunder in Paradise with Hulk Hogan, WCW, then Baywatch. And I remember when I first was WCW, it was like Meng versus Sting. I remember Sting was jumping up and down the ring and it was bouncing. I'm thinking, oh, that's pretty cool, man. Trampoline, because I never had one, so I'm thinking, oh, this is cool. And then obviously now I realise it's not a trampoline, even with a bit of a bounce. And that just hooked me, and I saw like the product and all that, and I was like, this was cool. Started following it, then it just went off ITV for a bit.
Yeah,
We got cable, Telly West, another 90s pop culture reference. And after Cartoon Network was TNT, and then I rediscovered WCW. I was thinking, wait, Hulk Hogan's a bad guy now? Like NWO tearing stuff down. I'm like, this is cool, I like it. Big security brawls and all that. Then Sky One had WWF. We had the daytime version, so we never got to see the chair shots or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah,
Just
Why-
freeze it and stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of, yeah.
So like you see them picking up the chair, and then it cuts to just a random fan on their phone, and then you just hear a smack.
Yeah,
and then
sounds.
come back.
And I remember I was a huge WCW fan, and then I was a huge WWF fan, but what tied me to be like, you know, I know WWF's doing really well, and I always liked the action, but that's when I realised I liked the story was when Stone Cold saved Stephanie McMahon from the wedding, and he just came into them like,
That's what are they called?
Match Made in Hell.
It was in the group. Ministry. Yeah.
And I was just like, this is cool. And then since then, I've just always been addicted to my mum always said it was a phase, and then when I first started my first wrestling training, my mum, I started training years ago at Lance Storms, and I remember I was at Heathrow, my mum was there, and I remember telling her, do you remember Mum when you said this was a phase?
Yeah.
And she didn't look happy at all. And then since
Still in it.
then came back, didn't do much, and then after that started again, and here we are now. Unfortunately, I'm with the Tycoon as well. So
Yeah.
that's okay.
So Tycoon, what was it like watching WrestleMania 1 live?
on closed circuit. No paper.
I could actually afford it.
Oh, okay.
It was a spectacle. Yeah, where most people were talking about closed circuit TV at the time
Committing to
and
this,
hoping to be.
committing.
Well, it's serious. Most people were hoping to actually be in the closed circuit TV stadiums. I was actually there.
Okay.
So you know what? Yeah, I may be old enough to actually remember watching it, but you know what? I was there watching it for the very first time, and we knew that something was spectacular there.
What was your first experience of wrestling?
My first experience of wrestling was, actually it was the British scene.
Okay, cool.
For me, it was the world of sports side of stuff.
You were 21 then, innit?
Listen, don't go there. I'm still old enough to whoop your. Anyway, hire someone to whoop you. Yes.
Still love fun.
And
Whooping me, you crazy?
but it wouldn't be me. I'll throw a punch and most likely break my hand.
Yeah.
Which is why money talks and everything else walks. So moving on from that, it was world of sport. It was guys like John Haystacks, Roy Ryan, Big Daddy. Those guys influenced me, and more importantly, there was also a lot of Pakistani wrestlers that were in the north that were coming into this kind of circuit. You also saw Fit Finlay, and it was a very how can I put this? inclusive environment.
Yeah, yeah.
And it made everyone feel, you know what, yeah, this is good. The American side of things, when that started to come out, you know, from the WWF, the golden era with Hulk Hogan, when that started to come across, then yeah, it picked up another level. And again, if you watched more than just the wrestling,
Nothing's happening.
really,
Why are you distracted?
really, I've just seen Alexander Roth do something, and I'm not happy with that. And if you don't follow his social media stuff
You're gonna
on
miss
Snapchat,
everything.
you're gonna miss everything. What's the matter with you people?
We're on a live feed
Reasonable
right now.
music.
Live
Follow
feed
that.
right now.
You know,
So actually, so we've got kind of WWF Raw, we've got WWE Week Up, we got the world of sport. We're kind of covering all bases
but I
right
also
now.
had like the WWF and WCW, because at that time you had ITV showing the WCW in its early days, NWA at 2 o'clock in the morning, that kind of stuff, and it was completely different. After a while though, it got saturated and you started to feel, look, there's got, you know, really, seeing that there should be someone countering this right now.
In terms of what though? What do you mean?
Let's say there's someone who's going to the top rope, they're taking their time, and they suddenly manage to land a double axe handle
Oh, yeah, but that was
or a crossbody. But then you watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, which came on Eurosport, and they were actually throwing...
It was on Eurosport, wasn't it?
Wow.
Bushido
Yeah.
as well, wasn't it? Bushido, remember Bushido?
They actually done drop kicks to counter crossbodies.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then you thought, right, this is it. This is what wrestling is really supposed to be about. You saw the Pegasus Kid at the time, which was Chris Benoit. You saw Eddie Guerrero.
Which is very,
Don't worry, this is the Tycoon. I can say this. You saw so many people that
You
were...
saw Stevie Richards.
Yeah.
Stevie Richards.
Kevin Nash in his Oz uniform and all that
I'm
sort of...
so glad I missed that gimmick for him.
Yeah. Let's put it like this. He did put in a very good match.
From what I gather, it wasn't his best run.
I love Nash. I like
Tony Hahn.
Oh no, but as the
yeah.
it doesn't sound like it suits him too well.
From my perspective, it was like the WWF was restricting what these guys could do, and they actually had the chance to shine in Japan.
I think that's all changing though. You can tell now. Like they're not
Now, yeah, but at that time,
In the 70s,
that was
man, they
not
were so
the case.
different.
Who remembers? That.
Got away with that.
Who remembers ECW on Bravo? Am I gonna not watch it on Bravo back in the day? I take it.
I
Did
remember
ECW actually come on, brother?
Oh yeah, like Saturday nights at 11.
Okay.
It was a mixture of their hardcore TV and TNN shows.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I felt
Yeah,
well
I was-
educated back then. I was like, man.
I'm sorry, man. At that time, I was too busy acquiring more assets. So you know,
Just live in this gimmick, aren't you? Like, there's no.
It's not a gimmick, it's a reality.
There's no line, is there?
Oh, no, it's definitely a reality.
Yeah. We're living the dream.
yeah.
He's that contestant on X Factor that thinks he can sing. He just believes it. You know?
Well,
Listen, I drive
That's a
up in a
compliment, though.
Mercedes, though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you've
So-
made it to TV if you're an X Factor. Like, you've made it.
yeah, I'd be the judge, though, wouldn't I? Goodbye, son.
So how did you guys all make the step from watching it then? Like, how long did it take you to go, you know what, I want to try this? Or like, yeah, so going from watching it to thinking, you know what, yeah, I'm going to do this. Like, because I've been watching for years, I've never once thought, you know what, I can do this, I'm going to go for it. I've never once thought that. So like, I'm always curious to hear the mindset of people that go from thinking...
I'll go last because I talk the least, so...
Yeah.
So say your point, and Hadi will speak for half an hour. and I'll say 10 seconds.
Tycoon.
Tidbit.
The Tycoon. Not Hadi.
Sure.
I don't want any of these guys knowing my real name.
It's too late.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Tidbit rewind.
Next thing I'm gonna get is all these little guys scamming me, you know, coming up with,
Sorry.
oh please, can you give to this charities for poor tiny Timmy? You know, that kind of stuff. And I'll be like, no!
Awesome, Tycoon. Now tell the
So
story.
here at Sacrifice Pro, the charity promotion,
Listen.
fuck charities!
Listen, the only reason why I'm here today,
No!
you obviously didn't see my message. The only reason why I'm doing this today is for my community service. Because I should be able to drive in any bus lane, tram lane, train lane, because I'm the Tycoon. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the judge didn't see it that way. So, you know, at least I've avoided a hefty fine.
Okay.
Because let's face it.
This has gone a
If
very
you-
different way to what I was expecting.
I
I'm
bet
not
you're
gonna
appreciating a
lie.
lot more now.
Look, how do you get rich? Well, you don't give money away, do you?
No, well,
Exactly, and that's why I'm here.
And that's how we got into wrestling. So yeah.
Yeah, something about
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Someone says it.
I've always wanted to do it. So like when I was 13, I actually thought I need to take this seriously. And
when you were 13.
yeah, I need to take this seriously. But then
I don't think I've ever thought I need to take anything serious until I was like 23.
I think wrestling helped me in the sense of not getting in too much trouble. Let's put it that way.
Okay, fair enough.
But what do you call it? There was a school, FW South London. They were running South Korea at that time, and they didn't return my calls. LDN I thought about, but for some reason I just didn't really go with that for whatever reason. And then I did like a higher education course in college, so I got like a student bursary and loan, which I never touched any of.
Okay.
And then first day I finished my course, my mom's like, "So you're getting a job now?" And the light bulb went off her head, so I'm gonna go Calgary, because I thought.
So wait, so you hadn't trained at all?
No.
And you were like, "Fuck it, I'm flying to Calgary."
Yeah, well, I had the money on me, so I thought,
wow.
Because I was looking into it for 3 years beforehand, and I kept saying, "Oh, in the future I'll do it." And I'm like, "Well, screw it, I've got money now."
And so instead of going to your London schools or anything like that, you were like, "I'm just gonna fly Calgary."
At the time, the London wrestling school scene wasn't as big as it is now. Now you got now you got Knuckle Hooks, now you got Lucha, now you got because I went in 2011, end of 2011. Hustle, yeah. So it's not like how it was now. I think the only one was like LDN, and I think they were like further out. I just thought I had the money. I thought if I'm going to do it, I might as well.
So literally, so your first bump was taken in Calgary.
Yeah.
At Lansdowne's Academy. Wow,
yeah,
that is cool. That is a cool story.
Right there.
That's impressive. How was it then? Like, so this is the thing. So you've never been in a locker room. You've never. Have you met any other wrestlers at this point, or?
No, the only one I met was Doug Dillinger, head of WCW security on the Nitro tour. Okay. That was it.
So your first experience of a locker room, of running ropes, of taking months, was after an 8-hour flight to Calgary, and wow.
And he
what was that like?
It was an experience. Probably one of the best times of my life, to be honest. So every time I get down about wrestling and that, I just try to think about how I felt back then to pull myself back in.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That is crazy. So, I've never heard anyone I know people that have been out to Calgary and stuff, but that's just for day one. That is.
Yeah, I think
that's crazy.
I went to visit.
Day one.
yeah. I didn't want to say it.
I went to visit him like 2 years ago, and we were looking at the class picture, and he was like, I think out of like 13 people, there's only 2 people doing it now, so it does show how like it tests a lot of people whether they stick with it or not.
And was that like a very old, like I want to say old school, but like were you like pushed and tested like you'd expect, like?
I would say like within reason, so it wasn't like he was trying to break our legs or anything. You know what I mean? Like he was
trying to weed out the weak from the strong.
I think with him, I don't think he was trying. I think he knew whatever he had set in plan, if this makes sense, was gonna weed him out no matter what. He didn't have to go out of his way to do it.
Yeah. But it's like if you can't do this.
Yeah, there was one guy that had the look, that had the charisma, too early to say, but he looked like a wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, imagine Val Venus looked just like him. Real cool dude. One day in, left. Apparently, Lance told us he wrote an email saying, "I don't have no heart. I apologize. I'm gone," sort of thing. And I'm like, wow, that's him. Like, and he was in good shape. So, and that was just one day. One day, so
just broke him in a day. Wow.
Some people they don't need to be weeded out. It'll do it for itself.
Yeah, they'll kind of And you lasted the whole year that you didn't like drop out or anything.
Well, I had no choice. I spent all that money. Do you know what I mean?
It's a long way to go. Yeah, that's true. Like that's an all or nothing thing. Alexander Ruff, how did you get in? You're like, I flew to Australia and just like.
With me, well, basically, I was always interested. And I remember when I was younger, I was like, I'm probably gonna end up doing that at some point.
You just knew.
At least trying it, at least. We used to do like little matches in our school, on our school field, and make like rings out of our ties and stuff like this, like ring ropes out of our ties and whatnot. Yeah. But I remember when I was 18, I got kind of like a crop story. I had an accident when I was younger, so I got compensation for it when I was 18. I waited years for that, and I remember them saying to me, 18, you're gonna get that money. And when I got it, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Did a few things with it, and then I was like, I could always go and start this wrestling thing. I looked into a few schools, and nothing really came of it. And then next thing I knew, I turned 19, and I'm a South London boy that turned 19, so South London things kind of took over, and I started doing them kind of things, like just doing things and stuff and stuff and things.
I hear you.
And more things that are stuff that are things.
I can fill in the blanks.
Then I did music and stuff for a while, because I always wanted to perform. That was my main thing.
What sort of music you do?
I was doing a bit of rap. I was doing R&B stuff.
Okay.
But just making music. I was doing music videos and stuff. They're all on YouTube if you can find them.
Are they horribly? Are they like decent or are they embarrassing?
No, they're good stuff.
Okay, that's okay.
No one can tell me I'm not good. I know I'm good. At least when it comes to music, I'm not.
Have you ever met Anthony Mafia? You must have done.
Oh yeah. I've wrestled him once.
I can imagine a nice little rap battle between you guys.
Yeah, it wouldn't last long. I'd destroy him in mere minutes. I've seen his little promos for Roy Johnson. They weren't great.
We need to book this. We need to get someone to book this match.
Coming from an actual rapper. So they weren't great.
Literally,
I was a good karaoke singer, so if anyone to sing Backstreet Boys, NSYNC,
I can sing those as well.
Wow.
Influences, baby.
Wow.
NSYNC, innit?
Yeah, no, we're just booking no match with it. Just a rap battle.
Just a rap battle.
Winner of the rap battle gets a belt or something.
You have to,
It's a rendition from me.
It'd have to be
Yeah,
at work though, like most of the stuff we do, because I'll destroy him in a real way. Anyway,
15-minute rap battle with entrances. Yeah.
but then when I turned, I think I was how old am I now? I'm that age. So when I was around this age, I was like, okay, there's like I think there was one in Croydon, like kind of like how Crop said, though, but the one I was talking about is a different one. And there was a guy that was like promoting it and saying he races for them and this, that, and the other. So I messaged him. He was like, "Yeah, come down, see what you think, etc., etc., etc." I did, and I had a look at it, and I was like, "It looks alright." Which was like, there's Doug Williams seminar that I went to go watch. And after I watched that, I was like, I know who Doug Williams was, because I watched TNA.
Yep, same.
I watched a lot of it. I still do.
I'm kind of hanging on by the skin of my teeth.
No, I
with
still
TNA,
do.
but
I've no issues. It's wrestling, innit? It's wrestling.
You can learn anything
So,
from there, innit?
Exactly. So yeah, I messaged him, he messaged back, we got in contact for a couple of chats, and the next thing you knew, I was there training. Cool. And then that's the rest is history. Hitset for life. Day one team.
I think I was the first one that introduced to you. If I remember, and you were
What's that?
I was the first one that said hi to you, and you were really rude to me.
Probably, mate. I'm rude in general, unfortunately.
It was alright. It was just quite smart. I don't know why I remember this silly stuff.
Is it when you had no hair on your head?
Yeah. And you had like that black jacket, white shirt, top button done.
That's right, bro.
With a chain. I'm like,
Top swag, mate.
who owes money? Do you know what I mean?
So literally, so your first night training was when you guys first met. So yeah. So it is a day one.
Yeah, you can say it. You can say it. Plug it in.
There's a lot of ways where it's a day one thing, but if you keep bringing out little tidbits like that, then it's just gonna
Thehitset.bigcartel.com.
Alright, mate.
Well, so we'll get to the plugs at the end as well. But yeah, also just,
You're not Ofcom regulated, are you?
Huh?
You're not Ofcom regulated.
I don't think so.
No, we're alright. We can advertise there.
Yeah.
I know my legal stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know damn thing.
Mr. Tycoon, how did you?
Oh, here we go.
How did you? Am I right in saying you did try? You kind of you trained a little bit, didn't you? I think you told me in the past you trained or you've done a few bits.
Well,
or was it no? You've done judo, is it? I'm trying to think. There's a story, isn't there? There's a story. There's got to be a story.
There is.
I just know there is. I don't even need to ask really.
Well, when I was like mini Tycoon and growing up, I managed to
You're
get.
a tyke.
No, I wasn't that bad.
A tyke.
Mini Tycoon, yeah, mini Tycoon.
It's a little like short and Tycoon and get tyke. Yeah, Tycoon.
Who's telling the story, me or you? Right, exactly. So I would actually, my Tycoon Senior, my father, would actually manage to get, our butler to do all these wonderful little moves, which would help me out. And it would be things like sit-ups. I'd watch him do like 5 and then take a rest myself. Watch him do like 5 press-ups and think that's really hard, but well done, and give him a round of applause. I thought, you know what, I could do this for a living. And that's exactly what made me
Let me cut you off. Like, I know he's in character. Tell him about your true taekwondo story about the Olympics and that, man. That's impressive, man. Say that stuff.
Nah, I don't want to go down that
Nobody
road.
cares about stupid character.
Sorry, what?
Yeah,
No one cares about that. No.
Come on,
Don't
man.
want to go down that road.
Tell the story.
That's all good.
You don't tell
It's
us.
something to be proud of.
I think Kieran Crouch should tell the story in that case. If there's a
Okay,
story.
right.
Go on.
So, yeah.
I want gold. It was nothing. Yeah. Anyway. No.
Bronze.
Really?
96.
Wow.
And it was demonstration sport at the time.
Okay.
So, but I'd also competed in Asian Games. I competed in the UK, representing the UK against Ireland. I'd also gone to quite a few other places. My first taste was in '92 Barcelona Olympics.
Okay.
Went there just to visit, just to see how things would be. Started talking to a lot of the guys who were out there. I managed to get my black belt in 3.5 years. I was like one of the best in the country at the time.
So why aren't you in there with these guys?
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
I made more money.
Okay.
You know?
Bring it all back. Bring it all back now.
And it's just reeling it back in.
You know? I mean, at the end of the day, there is a specific, proper way of doing things. It's an art what these guys do. And I just don't have the finesse for it anymore.
Okay.
Or the body, or... I mean, I've still got a great body.
You have a body.
Don't
You
get
have
me
a
wrong.
body. You've got 2 arms, got 2 legs. Yeah.
You should have seen his training game, man. The old school 90s baggy trackies. It was so
Wow.
great.
Listen,
It was like
stop,
2010 at the
stop,
time.
stop.
No,
Don't give all that away.
Sure, you used to train with me. I can attest to that. It's a true story.
There's pictures somewhere. Might have to put on a Throwback Thursday one
Yeah,
day.
I think so.
We definitely.
Anyway, moving away swiftly from
You
all
heard
this.
about any man with 2 hands has got a fighting chance?
Yeah, but this one's got a bad shoulder now, so you know, and run the hips as well. You know, again, some of the influences I had were like Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, Jean-Claude Van Damme, so I was be able to do splits across chairs, trying to impress the girls, as any 15-year-old would try and do at the time. And don't get me wrong, the good looks wasn't enough because I didn't have the confidence at the time. So I had to rely on other things, like, all the flashy stuff.
Okay.
But it would be like a double-edged sword, and it would allow me to get into some real bad fights, especially in the area that I grew up in, because, I'm not going to sound racist, but that Packy boy there, he shouldn't be doing any of these kind of shit, that kind of stuff. And it didn't matter whether you was from an Irish background, white background, West Indian background, African background, because all they saw was, they didn't see the person, they saw the skin, and they saw it as an easy target. Easy target to rob, because I grew up in Stockholm, South London. Didn't grow up with the Roger Moore type era, where when he grew up, it was a very affluent era. I grew up in the council flats. So that's why I learned a lot about the hustle as well.
Okay.
And that's what has really influenced what I've done as a Tycoon, because it is all about assets. You know it yourself, being part of ring sport, and you've seen what we've done with ring sport. Within a very short period of time, we've done quite well. But that's because, again, it's having that business knowledge behind it, and being able to apply that knowledge into the right situations. Yes, you're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen that way. But if you don't try, if you don't do something, you're guaranteed to get nothing.
I feel like we're peeling back the curtains now. We're allowing a peek.
No, see, I helped you there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Give a back
the
on the table.
Tycoon.
I'll have the mic if the mic gets.
It's all good.
It's all good, yeah?
It's all good. Yeah, good. See, it's okay.
I'll let it out. It's fine.
Yagi style.
So first matches is always a good fun one as well. Yes, we have to. Do you remember? I'm guessing you remember your first matches.
Yeah.
I tried to repress that memory.
Have you had a match?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was your first match?
Who was it?
Do you remember? You must know. Everyone remembers their first time, right?
Well, I don't remember that first time either, because I think I was drunk at that time.
You should never wrestle drunk.
No, I'm not talking about that one. Read between the lines, people. Read between the lines. Okay. Actually, why didn't you guys go first with your first match, and then I'll have the memories.
To be honest, I thought he was asking me since we're the wrestlers in the room. You're not. I mean,
I know. That's what made me go into management.
It was the first match you managed. Might have been your question.
No,
it's all right. Go on, Clear and Corrupt.
My first match. I'll decide what to name the person after. No, I don't know.
Who was it? I know.
You know, but it was.
Okay, say no.
But I'll take blame for it as well. I think basically the guy I was working with, it was one of them. They were doing some internet shows that beat the clock challenge.
Okay.
And we had to do it in 4 minutes or something, and we're told to do 4 minutes. And the guy I was working with, wanted to do all this stuff, and I'm like, we have to cut that stuff down. We got 4 minutes to go.
Yeah. This is your first match as well. Yeah.
This is my first match, and I'm thinking.
So you're thinking like, you've got to take this easier, right? Because
not even take this easier. I was at the time. I was pretty confident in my abilities to be able to do it, but I just knew timing wise.
How long between training and your first match did you?
It was 2 years.
Okay.
Cut long story short, came back from Canada, personal issues I had to deal with, never did it after, and then I started it back in 2014, and then had the match, and it ended up being alright, but I just remember the guy wanted to do too much, and I remember we got 4 minutes, and I think we did it like really close to the time, so I was just like, it could have been better. But if that's what I mean.
Of course, everyone. No one's first match is a masterclass.
I wrestled Steve Richards. What do you call it? The guy just wanted to do too much stuff at once, and it was just like, and then.
Am I lying to know this guy? Does he still wrestle now?
No.
Oh, okay.
From your asylum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Enough said that.
But what do you call it? And for his finish, he was like really happy that I don't know how inside we can go here.
What was his finish?
As much as you want.
The Acai DDT. But he was really happy that.
Okay.
He was really happy.
You know now.
He was really. He was really happy I got him all the way over, and I'm like, because he was telling me how to. I'm like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And he told me, and I was just like, I'm well happy that you did. I'm like, wouldn't anyone do? Because no one does it for me. So I was just like, I think in my head at the same time, I'm
Stop
like,
doing the move then.
I was just thinking in my head like, there was one of the conflicting ones. It's like, it weren't that bad, but the build up towards it was like, I was kind of pulling my hair out.
Yeah.
I think I do.
But again, I don't
I'll
really.
tell you later.
I don't really like.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't really like talking.
You don't wrestle anymore.
No, I'm not really talking bad about a person, to be honest. I know people like to talk bad about everyone all the time. So I try. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I know everyone likes
if people have stuff they want to get off their chest, I'm happy to let them do it. If they want to, as I say, it's.
I try to be like, again. It's not like this podcast and someone saying, because again, I'm there's been times I've been the dog's bollocks and it's like, and I'm like, yeah, so I'll play the civilized citizen gimmick here. But
Amazing.
Yeah. I'm almost certain I have no idea who you're talking about, but it's very, very.
Well, you don't wrestle anymore. You wrestled a good few years ago now.
Yeah,
it's when we first started, so I don't think anyone as of this era would know.
No one will know who he is. We will, because we trained with him. But
who did you have?
My first match.
I was with you.
Was it?
Who's telling the story, Kieran? FFS, bro. I was gonna get there. I had a good punchline. I had it all set up on my hands.
Forget that.
Reset. What was your first match?
Right. Well, basically, my first one. But the thing is, I'd like. We talk about training match. Because my first training match was a dark match. Yeah.
So the first time you walked out into the ring, there was fans there. You had a bell to bell.
Oh, then I got a different one then.
Oh, okay. Because training matches is training matches. That's not. You're not performing in front of a crowd.
Definitely, but the thing is, I'm telling you what I did in that training match, what I did in that other match. I'm gonna do today. There's nothing different. So as far as I can know, my first match is. My first match was against a guy called Richie Delight, who's a waste man, and then
I can vouch for that.
My second match, but the match that I was recorded, it was put on LAN. Yeah. So it's the first match people watched it. You know what I mean? Okay. I had a match against a guy called Leo Shadows, and I was managed by a guy called Drake Williams, and another guy called Kieran Corrupt. Right? Yes.
They won
team, baby.
I'm getting on board with that. Hype train there.
The match was fine. There was one issue. The eye, isn't it?
I can see it there still.
Yeah, there's a scar there. So I went for a leapfrog and he went for what was it? Basically, he was supposed to go for a leapfrog and he didn't jump. So I've just ducked straight into his knee. He didn't jump.
Jeez.
And then Cropt was like, "Are you alright? You carry on?" I was like, "Of course I can bloody carry on. I'm from South London, you idiot."
It's a rookie though, innit? I have to take care of him. Yeah. South London, whatever.
He was nice about it. Don't worry. I didn't say what I just said either. I'm saying enough for the podcast. I was like, "Yeah, of course."
No, I think you said you were gonna smack him afterwards.
Is it?
Yeah, you was not.
Seriously?
You're like, I swear to God, I'm gonna smack him. I'm like,
that sounds like something I would definitely say.
I'm like, stay here, I'll buy time. Ref, get him up.
Okay, alright. Actually, that sounds a lot more familiar than what I was.
Yeah, that sounds more like it.
To be honest.
How far in were you at this point when Roth made his? So were you like?
So I started like properly beginning 2014. So it would have been shortly after. You were summer.
Oh, okay, so you're a grizzled veteran by then.
No, but it's just that.
I'll look after you, kid.
Definitely summertime.
Yeah.
It's just some things I can read a lot better than others, and when he said he's gonna smack someone, I'm thinking, okay, diplomatic.
I meant chops, people.
Chops.
I meant women slap number 2 on the WWE games.
Strong move, that is strong move.
To finish it, that
it is, yeah. Famous too.
I did actually have one proper full match, and it was.
Did you wrestle?
Aaron Smith.
Okay.
And it was last year, charity event, and this year I'm going back there again.
Oh, yeah.
You guys weren't there that time to protect me, so I did have Damien there though to help me out.
That's a weird pairing.
How's that a weird pairing?
Damien likes money.
Damien...
does he?
And I own the artifact that controls Damien, so it was actually a good pairing.
Oh, okay.
It's for them derelict warehouses and that
kind of stuff. I'm with you,
No,
mental asylums.
Yeah, it's paid for that stuff.
Have you been to the murder barn?
No, I don't know him that well.
You don't own the murder barn?
I've just been corrupted to the murder barn.
Have you?
Yeah, it was lit.
Is it, yeah?
It was lit.
There's a lot of red wine. That was red wine, right?
Yes, Kieran, it was definitely red wine that we were drinking.
Good, lots of wine.
Yeah. See, I just done has got the artifact that controls him, and the spirit within him, so that helps me to actually have the power over him, and that's why he's part of the Tycoon dynasty.
Okay.
Which is also the Hitset, and Jade is here today. So it's like family reunion again. But last year, Aaron Smith, I got sick and tired of him, just thinking that he's the man, especially as he's got a nice shiny bald head. I thought, you know what, I'm going to show these pathetic muppets in here that I can do just much more better than this guy can do.
Okay.
So I go into that ring, and I was wrong. 2 kicks and he blocked them both, and then a nice little palm heel strike to my solar plexus, and I realised, get the hell out of here and let Damien do it all.
Okay.
And that's exactly what happened.
Cool.
A few body
Is there-
slams later, and we won.
Is there footage anywhere of this?
Of course not.
Good.
Is it not?
No.
Is it on the on-demand anything like that?
Nah, because you know what? We had an issue with our cameraman. Again.
The Tycoon's taken a few hits. Remember that time we had that contract sign and Superman punched you right in the top of your lip? Do you remember that? And you were sleeping for like a day and a half.
Jeez.
Listen, you don't have to bring that up, alright?
Sorry, this is a good memory of mine, you know?
Yeah.
I jumped really high and I smacked you really hard.
And
You were sleeping.
I super kicked him.
He was snoring, bro. Did you?
UKPW?
You super kicked him.
Yeah, me and Mills.
And I Superman punched him.
This is some abusive
What?
relationship.
This is a nice family reunion.
That was
now.
amazing.
Happy memories.
My fist hurt after
Happy
that.
memories.
But you know, also I also had a stink face given to me by Buff Broadside
Oh, yeah, we've all been
twice.
there.
We've all been there, but he
I've
didn't
managed
wash his
to
underwear at
avoid
the time.
Have you?
Yeah, I've managed to avoid every single
Why I
time.
stay behind the
It's
commentary
kind of
desk.
homophobe or something.
Look,
That's why I
it
stayed
wasn't
there.
my fault.
No, I just
I got
don't
dragged
break my
into
hands
the
off.
ring.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but again, he didn't. As I said, he didn't wash his underwear at the time. It did smell real bad, and of course, it did take me a while and a lot of what's it called, Nivea for Men lotion,
Lotion.
to moisturize my face
Lotion's
because a lot of it had been
You
burned
should get that
down.
mango body yogurt from the body shop.
Well, let's also
thought you
the
used
other.
Venus.
Oh, well, let's not forget, Phil Power's done 2 leg drops on me from the top rope.
You still use Venus?
Who's
I'm your Venus.
hey, Gillette all the way, baby.
Oh,
Yeah, that is Gillette.
It is Gillette.
Oh,
For men,
Venus is
sensitive one.
Venus for men.
Venus
I'm
is fine.
sensitive about this kind of stuff. All right,
He uses Bic in it. That's why that's still stubbly.
shut up.
I use big.
Listen, it's not Wilkinson's sword. That's the main thing.
So how did the Hitset then come? So was it literally Hitset from day one, or
No.
what's the story?
You're
with
pretty good at
Hitset?
explaining it. 'Cause I've seen your interviews, Mr. Star-studded Wolf of Wall Street.
What are you talking about, mate?
I've seen your interviews. How they ask you how did the Hitset come along.
How did the Hitset come along, Kieran Crotts?
Shall I just read what you wrote?
And why you guys are
you
debating?
can't leave at the start because obviously you managed me in my first match, but because it was like he managed me because he was in a stable. You see,
What was
He was
the
a
name-
horse.
What was the name of the stable?
Was I in the stable? Was
Was
I playing that storyline where I was
are
like,
you joking? He was in the stable. It was called the administration, and we was all part of it.
oh, for one day, but you was
The
there for one day only.
administration.
I wasn't there for
Wow.
one day. I was there for like a month. I'd be in the event when we lost the match. The administration had to
When I
disband.
came in the
But I
hospital.
was a part of it for a month. Hence why you managed me, you donut.
I like Krispy Kremes.
But yeah, we was in a stable to start off with, and then we was in. I don't know.
2014.
Then I don't know what you did. You did whatever you did, and then me and the Tycoon over here, we was in the Empire.
He was the first guy who I recruited in my empire. Sorry, in the empire, in the syndicate. Because you know, this is Alexander Roth. He's the Wolf of Broad Street, baby.
Thanks, babe. And then
I came back from wherever I came from.
where did you go? Oh, I know
Ring
where he
of
went.
Honor.
He went to Ring of Honor. He won't say it on the podcast, but I'll say it. He went
Yeah,
to
I'll say
Ring
it too.
of Honor.
Yes,
We were
You know,
extremely proud.
The Ring of Honor.
Yes, extremely proud that he went on Ring of
He
Honor.
won't say it himself, but we'll say it
What
for
did
him.
you do for Ring of Honor?
What did you do at Ring of Honor, Kieran
I
Crotts?
trained
He's
at
not
the-
just wearing the t-shirt for the
I
teacher's
spotted
sake.
that. I spotted it.
I trained at the dojo. I was talking to. I'm in Preston City because Lance was doing a show there. Visited him. Spoke to someone else. Delirious got when I was a Lance student. Told me he'd love to see someone work. Come on down when you can. Save some money. Didn't use any of my holiday where I was working at the time. It's weird how all this works.
Yeah.
Because afterwards they started cutting down on that at my workplace, and I took like 3 months off. Went to Philly. Trained at their school. But what was good about their school as well? They took their trainees on the road with them to the shows.
Oh, cool.
So I got to visit places like Nashville. Anyone go Nashville? The nightlife is sick there. I went there.
Sorry,
Trust me,
wrong
it's
one.
really good.
There's a little town about 40 minutes drive outside of Nashville called Oliver Springs. I need to go there.
Did you
Really?
really have to do that and get yourself over?
No, it's a legit place. I just want to get because you mentioned Nashville, and it's a place I want to go.
No,
'cause
I've got to
I
go
want
to
to take a little trip outside.
I got to go to Nashville, Dayton, Ohio.
It's a legit place.
Okay, look, if I go on Google now,
I will
because I've
show
got the
you.
resources to do that,
I will-
but
you've got
let's,
the
let's just do this first.
You have a
Let's get
phone.
your story out of the way, because you've been so patient.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
got to go. They got to do production for them and all that. It was you got to learn all sorts of stuff. Got to sit in on production meetings. Managed to make people that I'm still in touch with now, which is why when they come to the UK, the London shows I do production for them. One of the highlights last year, got to help out film Being the Elite. So not only am I somewhat of a good worker, I can also film your shows.
Yeah.
So yes.
I think I saw
I
a
will
picture on
admit
Facebook of you filming a ringside for something.
Yeah.
I remember this now.
They were doing it on the floor like later,
Yeah.
and I think Marty spotted me and it was like, "Oh, you can do it." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I was quite impressed with my camera work actually. I'm like, "Bro,
Good stuff.
man's
Good
a-"
stuff.
Man of main talents.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, I was there for 3 months. Had a real good time. They got to do stuff I didn't think I could do. Travelled across certain parts of the States. the taping national was at the old TNA Asylum. Went past the headquarters.
Nice.
There was one of Cheeseburger parodying Finn Balor's "Suck It, Finn."
Yeah.
Outside, that was me that took the picture. You can tell it's bad because that really bad photo.
Yeah.
The iPhone 5, you know, the Apple in it. The latest model, the more they degrade it, downgrade it, I should say. But yeah, I was there and then
Still degraded.
came back to where we was, and then we had a little feud for a bit, didn't we?
Oh, okay.
We came back to the UK, and then we started a little thing together. And then I don't even know what happened, because originally the Hitset there was another guy in it who doesn't wrestle anymore, so no point mentioning him because he doesn't wrestle anymore.
Okay.
But Klopp was always supposed to be part of it. It was supposed to be me and the other guy. It was always my idea to have these guys together, or us together, and do stuff. But the other guy, what it was, I was a face at the time, right? Yeah, I was a face. The other guy was a face, and he was a heel. It was always going to be a heel stable, but I was enjoying being a face, so I didn't want to turn just yet. I still enjoy it. I still like it a lot. But when he came back, we did a little match. I had a little rah-rah in the ring. I smacked him up. He smacked me up. I smacked him up a lot more. And then
and I walked out, didn't I?
and then
Same thing as last night.
Same thing as last night. He walked out. He walked up through. Do you know what? Forget this. I don't need this nonsense. And then I don't know. We had little chats and stuff. We just like do stuff like together. I was like, yeah, that sounds a lot more homophobic than I thought, but it doesn't matter. 2018.
Homosexual.
Yeah, homosexual. Thank you. I like touching Klopp anyway. That's why I'm tagging him.
We know. That's why you're not homophobic.
That's why I tag him with my fist.
Yeah.
You like that? Fist fisting.
I'm PTSD, I'm getting. No offense, by the way, I know.
But yeah, I honestly can't remember. I don't know how it started.
It basically started a long time ago.
In a galaxy far away.
Yeah.
I know. If you don't want me.
I was gonna go with Vengeance.
No, please
but,
do,
you know.
because I can't actually remember the proper how it was like.
So big what happened? We were thinking.
I remember how we did our little the segment and was like, oh no, we're together. We broke my man's leg, innit?
Yes.
So okay.
Yeah, but what happened was that with the shall we just at the time, unlike now, at the time there was hardly any tag teams in the UK, and I remember I spoke to the guy you mentioned about Broadside. He was like, because I was saying me and Ruffins was like doing a tag, and he was like, if you want to do it, I don't see why not. Could name me 5 UK tag teams off the top of your head, and I named some, but I couldn't come up with.
Keep him out.
Oh my god.
Okay, Cupid.
Can we say hello to him?
We can. We
No,
Yeah,
please
come-
don't. Please don't.
The door's open.
Hello.
Hey, Cupid.
Guys, it's Alex Cupid, guys.
Hello, Cupid.
Alex Cupid.
One half of Never Say
Alex
That.
Cupid.
We're coming on your show soon, innit?
Yes.
No, he doesn't get visitors on his show.
Never
doesn't
say
book me
Hitset,
like that.
baby.
Again.
Always.
We're gonna become podcast kings.
Drop the podcast, come get your.
Did I not say someone would walk in the door at some point?
Yeah. But I was hoping it would be Tom. I mean, Tej.
I was
Yes.
expecting
Let's
Leeds.
ruin the business.
You ruined it.
No, because Tej is actually. Listen, all of you got to calm down one
listen.
second.
Cupid's been here for 2 minutes and he's already said it on your ruined the business, but we all knew. We knew it. That's why we never say die. Alright?
Yeah, but now
Alright.
there's no comeback to
I'm
that.
joking. It's alright, it's all good.
But I will say this: Tej has actually gone after me on social media. He went after me last year, came out with this 2-hour-long promo, trying to talk about me in a bad way.
I remember
What's the matter?
that came up on my Facebook on this day, like yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had 87 shares. And it's like people really hate the Tycoon. What's wrong with these people?
I hate you because I was telling a story. You interrupted.
Yeah,
it.
It's not my fault. It was all down to Cupid and his blonde hair.
God damn it, Cupid.
So,
Golden hair with your
Doors
golden
are
hair.
like 15, so.
Those are 15.
I'm
getting my own.
Those in 15. Oh, damn it, right. That's it. Let me tell you my story very quickly. None.
You'll be back. You'll be back.
Man, we'll see what they say. We're a little chatty.
We shouldn't have gone to get Dan's jacket down
I didn't know it would take 40 fucking minutes.
I was saying, like, it's not that far away.
Like, you know,
It's just up the road.
40 fucking minutes, guys.
Anyway, enough of that. We'll see you out there.
You suck.
See you in a bit.
Talk to the Tycoon, you suck.
You don't. We like you a lot. Never say Hitset for life.
I'm gonna kill you later.
The waistcoat don't fit.
It doesn't, but that's gonna slim down.
How did the hit set start?
So then he said we should name 5 tag teams. Couldn't
Yeah.
put 5 on top of my head. Did a Will Ospreay seminar and he reiterated the same thing.
Yeah.
If you want to break out right now, I think you should do the tag teams because not many. Now there's plenty. I like to think
Yeah, can I just say? I'm gonna say it. Yeah, no. So there was no tag teams. There was no tag teams. There was zero. There was some. There was none. Now we got Eminem. We got CCK. Yeah, we got this person, that person, all these other tag teams. It's like
The only ones that was out there was
Maybe,
that was
all I'm gonna
London
say is
Riots.
maybe they were gonna be tag teams. Maybe they had the idea before us. But all I know is we started tagging.
You did it.
We did a few promos,
Us and
and the
them
next
say
thing I
bye.
know, everyone wants to be a freaking tag team with one another.
Yeah.
So
Us to never say that. I feel like we're at the forefront of, in terms of London anyway.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna get heat. We get heat all the time. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care.
That's
We're over it.
Oh yeah,
we used
I
to
mean,
like
they're-
it.
they're
No, we're
doing
over it.
Tycoon. I mean, Heat
Yo,
Magnet.
yo, let me talk.
The reason why we're over it, because when we go out through the curtain and make noise at the crowd and do our hit set things, you know what happens to the crowd? Usually they respond.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
So
Exactly.
One of my favourite things from last year, World War Wrestling, Brett's
Yeah.
promotion, and you guys in the middle of the crowd just stood on the chairs joining at the kids at that window on the top thing, all them judo kids.
You goddamn right.
That was, you had their attention. They weren't even in the room.
They wasn't even.
And yet they were.
They didn't even pay for a ticket, but they
Yeah.
were part of the show because
Yeah.
we were there and we
I
involved
don't
them.
you were shouting when you're like, you didn't even pay for a ticket. Get away from the window.
That's
Get-
right.
didn't
There was
even
another
like-
guy drinking too
I-
much beer.
Do you know why we do
I
that?
pop for that. I
It's
pop.
crazy. It's mad. We do that because they're the ones that buy the tickets. The guys in the back.
Who'd have thought it? Who'd have
The
thought
guys in the back don't buy my
Weird
merch.
concept.
The
People
guys in the
buying
back don't pay my
tickets.
bills, so the guys in the back can kiss my ball bags. With their opinions.
That's such an unusual, abstract concept there. People buy tickets, take their time out, come to the show to be entertained.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden,
Turn up
it's a
potential.
bad
We're
thing.
entertaining wrong.
Turn up potential as well.
And
That
again,
one,
as I said,
No, I'm alright.
these guys,
No, you can do that.
one of the greatest tag teams in the UK right now.
Well, I wanted them on the podcast.
I don't think one of the greatest. I just think that we could do the job.
You're
Yeah.
humble.
That's what I'm gonna say. No, seriously. Like in ring and stuff can be a bit iffy and whatnot, like it is with everybody, because no one's perfect. If they was, where would they be? Not where they are right
Exactly.
now. Yeah? Thank you very much. But what we can do is entertain you every single time.
I always say it, wrestling isn't wrestling.
Yeah. And
It's
again,
a pantomime. It's,
And that's one thing.
It's everything.
I'll stand behind
yeah.
it. No matter what's gonna happen, you will definitely be entertained before on the card.
Even if
Win-
it's one thing we do.
Win, lose or draw, you're entertained.
exactly.
It's wrestling.
Exactly.
I hate to say the E word with like WWE. It's not. It's wrestling, but
What?
Wrestling is entertainment. It's
entertainment.
It is
Yeah.
entertainment.
yeah,
It's
it is.
Yeah, of course
I fully
it is.
agree.
It's-
I fully agree.
If wrestling was,
Now,
if it
from
was,
my-
if it was such a rich thing, then amateur wrestling would be rich,
What
wouldn't
I'm
it?
going to say is, from my perspective, and I'm just going to say as a shoot, I think wrestling is a theatre for the masses.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. Everyone can access it, everyone can watch it, everyone can enjoy it. And it's very, especially in the UK at the moment, you know, the guys who come before us, the likes of James Mason, guys like that, when wrestling wasn't on TV in the UK, Alex Shane, they kept it up, they kept it going. And, you know, it's because of guys like that that we've able to break down more barriers and be able to push it even further. Whereas before it was a very niche area.
It was.
Now it's accessible to everyone. It's
Yeah.
mainstream.
I think with us especially, I think what helps as well is like, I know it sounds very corny, we're just us with the volume turned up, but that's the case.
so
But
yeah.
obviously we do stuff that, like I do stuff sometimes in there. Whoever says they don't, chatting rubbish, I do stuff to entertain myself, but I know I can get away with it in the confines of a show because it's entertainment.
Yeah.
If I go on the road and start doing half the stuff I do in the ring, I'll probably get like
Arrested.
yeah, and all stopped and searched. All stopped and searched, but that seems to be the theme right now, you know. But
I've been to search for years.
have you not?
No, not for years. Honestly.
Airport.
Okay.
But then my whole tires changed.
We're going to start wrapping it up because I'm just
Before
thinking
we
are
start
now
wrapping it up-
under 10 minutes to a door.
Now, before we start wrapping it up, I actually did go into my Google, check out the resources at my disposal, and Ollie Springs does not exist.
Oliver
It's
Springs.
Oliver Springs
Yeah,
that exists.
that's
Did he
exactly
not
what I
say
said.
Ollie Springs earlier?
I literally said Oliver Springs.
Said Oliver Springs.
Because there's not a town called Ollie Springs.
Guys, this is where you're
Oliver
supposed to
Springs.
support the Tycoon.
Oh, sorry, yeah, he definitely said
Thank
Ollie
you.
Springs.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
wrong, and you were right.
Just
Thank you.
smells
And if you
money
don't,
in here right now.
guys, who's listening to this podcast right now, if you don't understand that part, then you all need to go back to school. So says the Tycoon.
If you
and
like-
I'm out.
If you'd like to do a part 2 with us, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, anytime you need a part
Please
two,
come
just
back.
to hit set that is completely fine.
That's fine.
There's a lot
We
more
help
stuff.
like this.
There's
you
a
know.
lot more
Hey.
stuff.
Let's look at social medias and plugs and
Yeah.
so is it Hitset at Big Cartel?
Yeah, the hitset.bigcartel.com on Facebook. It's facebook.com/thehitset.
You got you ready? Oh, here we go. Here
Who
we
is
go.
it now?
Yeah, we're wrapping up. Oh, he didn't even open the door and shout.
It was
Dick.
Hustle Malone, guys.
No.
I was expecting a
Showing us his
strong
watch,
word.
which means we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because the Tycoon's here. That's why I didn't.
Twitter,
interrupt
Facebook,
that.
Instagram.
Yeah.
We all got individual accounts, but they're all linked in between our Facebook and stuff.
And Instagram and Twitter, yeah.
Hashtag
Where,
Liverpool Street.
where are we all performing at next after? Because I'll be honest, I don't know when this is going out, but let's just plug promotions. Where are you guys going to be and where are you?
I'm gonna be in New York for WrestleMania, baby. See you in 2 weeks.
It's not going to be that long. Jeez, if this is announced in Mania next
I'll be
year.
at Bound for Glory in 4 weeks.
If that company's still going. And I will be. Enough said.
Okay, no, but so yeah, where are you?
Just
kind of-
follow-
You've got BW.
VW.
I was gonna say, look, just follow us on Instagram,
This is your
Twitter.
chance to put people over.
This is what I'm gonna say.
verbally. So like,
Look,
if you don't want
on
to, it's fine.
Instagram.
If you want to bury him, yeah.
I'm not here to bury. I'm here to elevate.
Yo,
Listen.
shout out to ACW, IWL,
Well, I'm gonna bury ACW.
Ross got the right idea.
Who else we got? NFW, which I'm the champion of, and I will be for the next 10 years. Unless Kieran Klopp comes to challenge
Entertainment
me.
Wrestling.
AWA, which are the tag team champions of. BW, which are the tag team champions of right now.
Running theme.
Sacrifice Pro, where we're at right now, sacrificing it all, baby.
What else?
There's too many to mention.
There is. World War Wrestling.
At this moment, any
World War
big things
Wrestling.
coming up that you're looking forward to,
Commentary Pro.
regardless of when it's actually happening?
there's
Like,
quite a few.
We got a show tomorrow in Staden, innit?
Standing for charity again. Again, it's part of my community sentence. Make sure I get it
BW.
paid off.
That should be fun. Over 4,000 people are expected to be there.
Wow,
Between
where
4,000 and 10,000
tomorrow?
standing.
cool.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either.
Yeah. I'm trying to be polite, but yeah, that's kind of it. Cool. Hitset, Tycoon.
Thank you for having us. Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure, guys.
Again, part 2 with just us two. You're more than welcome.
We'll have a word.
Part 3 with only me. You know it's that good.
Alright, thank you.
Cheers, beats later.
Take care. Bye.